What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. This is Andrew. And today, we are taking our pants off, we're taking our shirts off, and we're running through the woods all greased up. It's Warehouse B, and it's Deadly Prey. What is up, guys? We are going to be talking about Deadly Prey today on an episode of Warehouse B. This one, we've been discussing for a little while now on wanting to do this. This is like the ultimate B movie, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
We actually filmed this, I think the three of us at Chris's house 4 years ago and never got around to releasing it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened to it, but yeah.
I was going to do this and I said, no, we need to, this needs to be a 2-person shoot right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Deadly Prey should be shared with friends. It's that good.
Yeah. Yeah. We use the term good loosely. If you want a party action movie, just this makes no sense and it's just wild as hell, we say that is good. If you want to have fun with your friends and watch this crazy 80s action movie, this is one of the most perfect ones. Like, there's Hands of Steel.
Yep.
There's a few of them out there. What's the one that got big a few years ago? A Samurai Cop.
Yeah. You
know, this is gonna probably be kind of amongst the list of those.
Yeah, I'd put those in those greatest hits right there.
Yeah, those. This is, oh my God. So this was released in 1987 and it was directed by David A. Pryor. And, I don't really know much of the ins and outs of it other than that, or much of the actors. Andrew, you might. But yeah, this guy's is a recommend by the Macho Movie Madness crew.
Absolutely. Do we want to go over the plot real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them the plot of this crazy shit.
So basically the plot, I can probably tell you in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's not much of one.
There's this mercenary group and they're just kidnapping people to hunt for training. They answer to this suit that it's never really named who he works for, but basically they're just hunting people for sport. They grabbed the wrong guy.
Yeah.
They grabbed somebody that actually the colonel of this group has trained, because it's said later in the movie that I know this style after he sees 2 corpses laying there. Yeah. This is my style.
Yeah. There's nothing in this movie that makes any damn sense. No backstory. No, like, it's just all set up for plot devices, and it's not explained, or there's no backstory to it. There's no context. It's just, you just have to accept whatever they put in this movie is what it is.
So they strip him down to just his little shorty shorts. And tell him to run.
This dude looks like a slightly better looking version of Jim Hellwig, which is the Ultimate Warrior in WWF. But he basically looks like him, and he's a little bit smaller, but still pretty jacked. And they've got him running through the woods.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die. This, in Vietnam, he was the best. He still is. That's the tagline of this crazy movie.
They run after him, and
I'm just impressed they got a Blu-ray release. By the way, the fact that it's got a Blu-ray release.
I saw that, and I'm like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is crazy.
At the time, it wasn't on Tubi, and the only version on YouTube I found is one where the audio cuts in and out really bad.
Yeah.
It's great to see that on Blu-ray. So as good as they can
and it's
get it on Blu-ray.
all of its full HD glory. So yeah, this movie, guys, this is something else. I wish we could really talk in length about everything. Because really all it is just killing, and it's goofy kills.
Yeah.
And but it's at the same time the funniest.
And some of the worst acting.
In
the first scene, they're hunting this guy, this rather robust guy, rotund guy.
Yes.
And they're chasing him through. He ends up hitting this guy with a rock and disarming him, but he never takes his gun.
Yeah.
He's got this whole platoon of guys following him. And so the guys are chasing him. They finally catch up to him. And he's like, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Yeah.
And repeats it 7 times before they shoot him.
Yeah.
Somebody make a cut there.
Yeah. Don't kill me. And then there's a little bit of a pause as the guy smirks. No, don't kill me. No, don't kill me. And he just dead right shoots him in the chest.
Right.
And that's how most of the kills are too, is there's always this weird, awkward, brief pause where they're just posing and then boom, and then they're dead. And then, and they all fall over really fast and just die. But so there's some, and the great thing about this is he's got some of these crazy Vietnam style kills. Like, he goes very, John Rambo on a lot of them. But
what's your favorite one?
I don't know. There's one where he like comes out of something and like grabs the guy. And then I like that one, and I love the one where the guy reaches down to grab, I think it was a gun or something, and he comes through the ground, like the leaves. He's like in this bed of leaves, and he just comes up and grabs his arm, and then comes out grunts, and then he stabs him in the chest. That was one of my favorite ones. And then of course the famous rock, the giant pile of rocks on this hill. But there's no other rocks around. But I got a kick out of that. He just pushes the rocks over. They plastic looking. They tumble down the deal. They grab a couple guys.
Yeah, I've got 2. One of my favorite ones is where he comes out of the bushes after the platoon's gone by, and he throws his spear and it hits the guy in the back, and the guy goes, "Oh!"
Yeah.
Goes face down. And then the second is the sunglasses guy.
Oh yeah,
at the end,
the secondary bad
which
guy.
you will see in the opening to this show where he beats him to death with his own arm. That is. That is top of the line right there as far as Warehouse B goes. Yeah,
and if you guys, I feel like you might be listening to this, and I know we're not really giving you a lot because you really have to just see it to know. But I think you're probably still in your mind underestimating how wild this movie is, how dumb and how just it's still entertaining and funny, but it's just so he actually. So they say, you said he was like 70 miles away?
Yeah, they say they're 70 miles southeast of LA is where this training is.
Yeah, and he lives in LA. He's like in a suburban. He lives they're kidnapping these people for training, and they just happen to pull him out like he's taking out the trash or something. He's just out in his yard, and they take him. And, but yeah, they say he's like 70 miles away, and he ends up running home like halfway through the movie.
He quits killing people and just goes home.
He decides to go home, and, it's like, why didn't you do this the entire time? Like the first time
you broke away.
Yeah, you broke away. Just run home. But he didn't. And he decides to set his gun down, and then he gets home. And of course, his wife has now been abducted. They've gone back to his house and abducted his wife. So as she's coming to the camp, he's returning home, and all he could think of to do was put some pants on and not get fully clothed. But he at least did put some pants on, I guess. But he realizes she's been kidnapped, and he has to go back to the camp to rescue her. And so this is going to be full of spoilers, but you really need to see this anyway, just because you have to experience this. But she goes through all this terrible stuff. They slap her around, and she gets raped. It's implied heavily. I'm pretty sure she does. She gets raped. It's off screen. You just see the kind of the start of it. And she's fought her way out by the end, and it just pretty much anything you would see out of a heroine or a rescuee, you would see out of this character in this plot device. They've set her up perfectly as this person who's kind of got a fighting spirit, but is going to break away and get saved. And, he's going to reunite with her at the end and save the day. Well, they get to that point at the end, and the bad guy's got a hold of her and just basically throws her to the ground, calls her a bitch, and shoots her right in front of Danton as he walks up, and he runs him, no! And he just straight up just shoots her dead to rights, right there on her. Like she's on the ground already, and just point blank shoots her out the chest.
That's kind of the first WTF moment. Not really in this movie.
It's not the first, but it's like, but it's the real one that hits. It hits. Yeah. That's the one that hits you. Like, like I've spent part of my day getting invested into this terrible movie. Like I've been, for God's sakes, I don't know why, but I've had a good time, but I've invested my time. I've wasted this time of my life to watch this crazy ass movie that's done really poorly. And you do the ultimate sin in an action movie and you kill the man's wife that should have been rescued at the end as he took off.
Yeah.
Like that should have been the end. That's how action movies work. And you completely shot her dead.
Yeah.
Now it did lead to the funniest scene, like one of your favorite kills, which is him cutting his arm off and then beating him with it to death. But yeah, but I was like, I'm not even in, like, this movie isn't my favorite. It's ridiculous, but you've got me even though these characters are bad and these acting's bad, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
In a way, though,
she's been raped. She's got away. Like, she went through all this hell and you're just kill her anyway?
In a way, it's true to the movie, though, because you get this bad acting, like, are you a friend or an enemy? I'm a friend.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. Yeah.
So you get kind of a bad ending to go along with all.
I swear to God, it was all just to raise the body count.
Yeah. What did you think? Speaking of that, what did you think of her dad, Cameron Mitchell, who's perpetually drunk in everything?
May have been the best character in the movie. who's reading from the cue card. You could tell he's looking over the guy's shoulder, squinting, and then has this long, drawn out
hard case soliloquy.
Yeah, this is speech. What the hell is going on?
Scum here? Like you in the streets, and there ain't no music down there.
There's no music down there, and you're just what? This long, rambling speech, and he's obviously just reading a cue card. Then he stops and just kind of pauses, and there's no real cuts because the editing is so bad. So he was reading something. Yeah, there's a lot of awkward editing or lack thereof editing.
There were some, script and acting aside, there were some issues like the audio levels.
Oh yeah,
we were talking or drops out in a lot of this movie during the dialogue scenes.
Yeah,
so you really got to lean in.
And he's yelling and it sounds like he's muffled. And then there's other scenes where it comes back in really heavy.
The grenades in this movie.
Yeah, poof. It's a little bit of smoke and fireworks and poof.
It looks like an AEW match, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it looks like that countdown match, that death match, the exploding ring death match. Yeah, this is funny though. This is like even if you can get through all the bad in this movie just so you can have some fun with it.
Yeah, you will have a good time when you watch this movie. You will have a good time. If you don't go into it with a serious mindset.
Yeah, if you just want to have some fun it's 88 minutes. So 88 minutes, less than an hour and a half, just a little bit less. You can get a good time, smoke a little weed or whatever you got to do.
That's legal here now.
Yeah. We didn't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But if you want an extra experience, you could probably do that.
And you know what the best thing is? There's a sequel now.
I did read that. So we're going to have to watch that now. Yeah. I have not watched that.
I've not either.
But yeah, definitely worth your time just to watch the death because it's so ridiculous. You can tell they watched Rambo and whatever else and just didn't understand what they were doing.
And bless their hearts, they tried their best. We're not hunting him; he's hunting us.
Yeah. That's another thing too. The bad guy who shot the wife at the end. Yeah, it just kills people, his own people, randomly. Anytime they say something he doesn't like and he's mildly annoyed, he just looks at him and just shoots them.
Meanwhile, Danton's killing them for him. Yeah.
If he would just let the lead character, the protagonist, do it, he doesn't have to. But he's just a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's not hunting. We're not hunting him. He's hunting us.
So, what would you rate Deadly Prey?
Oh my God. Well, I do out of 5. You normally do out of 10.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
I gave, on my channel, I gave Halloween Ends a 5.8. I think this is more fun than Halloween Ends.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I got to go 5.9.
For
I can't go 6 for Deadly Prey because that would just be blasphemous.
Yeah, I think I gave Halloween Ends a 2.1 on my channel. So.
Oh, that's out of 5 though.
That's out of 5.
Yeah.
So so Halloween Ends was obviously well produced for a $33 million film. But this one is worse but fun. At least fun. I can have a good time. I would rather watch this than Halloween Ends for sure. And I normally, for sure. I'll give this a 2.5
out of 5.
Out of 5. Yeah,
that's respectable.
Yeah, 2.5 out of 5. And like I said, you know, I'm obviously grading this on a scale because this is just pure fun factor scale here. This is pure crazy, unadulterated nutso.
Warehouse B scale.
I mean, I'd probably give it a 3 if it had boobies, but it just doesn't have enough of those to save it, you know. But it's still better than Halloween Ends. At least it's funner than that. Yeah, that might be a hot take for the day.
We need to put that as our like on our thumbnail.
Better than Halloween
Deadly
Ends.
Praise better than Halloween Ends.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today at Warehouse B. Next up, we're going to find something next. We got to find something crazy. Maybe the second one.
Yeah.
Or we'll find something good. We just we were watching some scenes again and found some good TNA action movies. We might have to take a look at those because the clips look crazy. Well, we will let you all know real soon. Until next time, this is the Macho Movie Madness crew, and we're out.